Hi, guys. Welcome back to Hard Talk Soft Heart. And this episode is When the Cameras Go Down. And I am here with Amber.
Hey y'all.
And Amber was on Bad Girls Club season 15, and I was on 17. And that's basically what this episode is about. It's more so about like what healing looks like when the world is watching you, and also our experience with the show. Because we were on different seasons, I know we probably had a little bit of a different experience. Would you like to give them a little rundown about you and your experience?
Sure. So my experience it was fun. I will say that it was like, it's a once in a lifetime experience. I feel like mine was a little different because it was sister seasons. So even though it was a million of us in the house, I felt like it was two people to one brain.
Right.
Like,
how many people were in your house? I just thought about the fact that there was a lot of girls y'all season. Normally, Bad Girls Club is 7 girls.
2, 3, 4, 5. I think when we first started, it was 10 of us. And there was a point in time where I feel like it was 14 of us in the house. But, it would fluctuate depending on who was getting sent home and stuff. But yeah, it was a lot of us.
12 people that I don't know.
12 females.
12 females that I don't know. I was having a hard time with the other 6 girls, but 12 females that you did not know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the main question that they asked, and I didn't even need to write it down because they asked it 100 times, was that really your sister?
No, Asia is not my sister. No.
A lot of that was going on in you guys' house, though. Like, I feel like at one point there was girlfriends pretending to be sisters, which was really fucking weird. But everybody else was sisters.
From what I know.
Okay.
I really didn't care, but from what I know, everybody... They resembled each other. They looked like they were sisters.
So besides you guys having a house, I want to know like what was so different about our seasons. Like, were you guys allowed to touch each other's stuff, like destroy each other's property?
So no, we came after Jayla and the Claremont twins, so we didn't really get to do that type of stuff. But I also don't think that we came in after that knowing like don't pull that. Shit that y'all pulled.
Like the producer's number one rule for us. They were like, y'all cannot touch each other's stuff, and I'm like, that's cool with me because don't touch my shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we also didn't have like suitcases and stuff. Like the first day that we got in there, they made us unload all of our stuff, and we gave suitcases our way away. So like, you didn't really know. If you was touching people's stuff, you wanted your ass whooped.
What about the club situation? Because we had to leave the club at 1 a.m. And I'm like, in a normal life, I don't get to the club till 1:30, 2 a.m.
So our sprinter left at 1:30.
To go to the club?
To go home. See? Yeah, we had to leave at 1:30 because we were in Calabasas basically. So it took us about 30-40 minutes to get home. So yeah, our curfew was 1:30 to be to the sprinter.
And see, we were downtown in a dirty loft, as they like to call it, but it really was a warehouse. And they still made us leave the clubs at like 1 a.m. for like safety hazards. I'm like, in my normal life, I'm
just getting here. It's just getting lit.
It's just getting lit in there. Okay. One thing I wanted to ask you is like, I felt like when I was on the show, I was stuck between like, not me personally, but I saw a lot of it, like the performance versus the actual person. I felt like the thing that made me most uncomfortable about the show is that they were performing because they wanted to be remembered and they wanted to be iconic. Whereas I felt like I'm going to beat you the fuck up because I'm very serious and you're sitting here playing because you want to be famous. It's like as soon as I got in the house and I got on that camera, something froze up inside of me. Like, I was so excited. I was ready. I was like, yes, I've been watching Bad Girls Club my whole life. But the minute I heard those girls coming up the stairs, I'm like, oh shit, you're about to have to live with, like, it's real.
Yeah.
Did you have that moment?
So I didn't have that moment until like a couple of days being in the house. So if I'm not mistaken, me and Asia we were the second people in the house. Angela and Christina were the first people to get there. So, and we was fucked up. They drove us around in the sprinter all day getting us fucked up. So it wasn't until the second day that we were there, we were all getting along. We was all from the East Coast. So like we was all clicking. And I want to say it was like the third or fourth day we were there. Half of us went out to go eat. And that's when they basically told us, like, y'all got to start arguing with somebody. Like, so they started throwing little gems to make it, to divide us. And that's when I realized, when I got back in the house, like, oh, y'all gonna do whatever these people say so that you can get the camera time, so that you can be known and stuff. Literally. And that's when I started to shut down. Like, I literally used to walk behind the main camera. Like, when I found out that was the main camera, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be behind it, because I can't play the game.
They would always tell me that I needed to stop talking to the cameraman, but I'm just like, this is where I'm comfortable, because they did the same thing to us. Like, we were cool for days, and all of a sudden, two of the girls were like, it's getting boring, I want to start some drama. And I'm like, bitch, if it's cool, let it be cool. Like, why can't the turn up be, you know, of course, eventually we're going to get into something, but they really were putting on a performance. And I'm just like, I'm about to really whoop your ass because you're playing around.
You're playing.
You think it's a joke, and you cannot play with people's character.
Yeah.
You can't play with people's, like, it's just not natural to play. Like, you're playing with my respect, and I gotta go back home.
I gotta go back home.
A rough city, and I gotta walk around in front of people. Like, you're not about to have people thinking that it's fair game over here.
Right.
It's not. So right. I felt like I really had to get a defense mode, because I'm like, damn, if I let one of these girls whoop my ass on national TV, when I get back to my city,
you're cooked.
I'm gonna have to line them up.
You're cooked.
So yeah, at least we had, like, you know, I feel like we somewhat had the same experience, but I'll get into that later.
Yeah.
My biggest, like, thing was at night when the cameras went off. How did y'all house seem? Because mine was, we would get fined if we talked after the cameras were down. Y'all's was the same?
Yeah, or we'll get fined if we were de-mic'd and was talking. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was really emotional at night. Like, really, really emotional. Like, it just seemed like the pressure really, really, like, it was really hitting me. Like, there's a camera in my face all day. I can feel like I can't make any mistake. I have to be perfect all day. And then these girls, I don't really like them. I'm not feeling them. So at nighttime, I would sob, like, because it would be the only time I had
that you had to yourself.
I'd be in the shower crying. I'd be in the bed crying. I used to be like, I want to go home so bad.
That's so crazy, because the only time I would cry after every fight. After every fight, I cried and begged for them to let me go home, and they would never let me go home.
But do you think that's like a Virgo thing? And that's, by the way, Amber's a Virgo. We're both Virgos. We both were kind of quiet on our seasons. Y'all called us boring, but we'll get down to that. But I cried before and after every fight, because it just seems, it's so, but I do that in real life too.
Yeah.
I get really emotional about fighting, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I think I would cry a lot too, because, well, I mean, the whole time I was on the show, I wanted to go home. So then, like, you know, when we would fight, it would just be like,
I don't even want to be here.
Yeah, and now I know this is going to be on national television. Like, and ain't no telling how y'all gonna portray me. But when the cameras went down that night, I went down before the cameras, because, you know, I just don't fuck with females. Like, I just literally could not do it. So I went into militant mode, and, like, I would take my showers and be in bed probably before 10 o'clock. Like, everybody still would be downstairs drinking and stuff, and I would take my shower and get my ass in the bed and just not fuck with them. Like, interviews was crazy, because producers would be like, you're not around for anything, and I'm like, because I don't like females. Like, yeah, I don't like I want to go home, but y'all won't let me. So, and
I've been this, I think we're similar on that thing. Like, I do want to get along with girls, and I do have a lot of female friends, but they just are wired really different. Well, we're wired really differently from most girls. So like, the drama that was important to them, like when the girl was like, oh, you're sleeping. One of the girls had a married man who took great care of her, and they were like, well, that's a thing of God. Like, girl, who cares? I don't care what you have going on. I don't care what you have going on. Like,
yeah, that's how I felt.
Why I feel like they were using, like, any girls sometimes, it's such a catty thing. They will use anything. Mm-hmm. The other thing I wanted to ask you, I have never, and I'm going to say this with my whole chest, and I don't think I've ever said this, I have never known women to be so filthy in my life.
Ooh.
I thought that, like, basic cleanliness was, like, taught to all of us, because we're women, right? Like, I don't know how most people grew up. I did grow up in situations where maybe we had a little mouse or roach problem, but our house was clean. Very clean. Like, we didn't have food left out everywhere, spills on the floor, you walking onto sticky stuff. Like, they were dirty.
So you know we had carpet in our kitchen, right?
Oh God, who's fucking out there?
I mean, literally, just like full carpet
In the
in
kitchen?
the kitchen,
That's a
in the dining
terrible
room.
idea.
Yeah, it was disgusting. But I'm not gonna hold you. What I will tell you is, with it being starting out with 12 girls, we had 2 bathrooms, we had 1 shower.
One shower.
One shower.
I'd have been fighting for the shower.
We kept our shit clean.
Really?
Them girls didn't play.
Okay, good. Because
Them girls didn't play. Like, I feel like I have never watched my season, so let's just start there. But no. And I probably never will.
I fast forwarded my season. Like every time I came on the thing, I was like, I
don't want to. Yeah. So, I know that like in the first episode or something, they make it seem like our kitchen was really dirty, but that's because they withheld cleaning supplies from us for a week.
To piss
intentionally. Yeah. They didn't give us nothing to clean. You know, we had the carpet in the kitchen. We couldn't vacuum. We couldn't do nothing. But the bathrooms was never a problem. The showers was never a problem. How other people's room look, shit, I wouldn't know. I was minding my business. And we had a room by ourselves. Me and Asia, since we were the second ones in there, we had a room by ourselves. It was only 2 beds in there. So
that was good for y'all.
Yeah, it was like, don't come in here.
Yeah, they were really filthy. Like, I really didn't want to share forks with them or cups with them.
Yeah.
It just felt like had to leave the house. We had to leave the house 2 days into filming because somebody bought bed bugs. I'm so serious. We all went to hotels. There was a bed bug epidemic in the house. And that was the moment I was like, I don't think I can do this.
Ah, hell nah. They would have had to send me home. That's crazy.
And what I was trying to tell them, like, I was telling the producers, like, not only do you have to get the house fumigated, but now all of our clothes, all of our suitcases, like, if I take bed bugs back home, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, our house was
filthy.
Okay, so we talked about the girls putting on a performance, but one thing that I did was I protected myself more than I was being myself. And, like, I think that we both get called boring, and, like, I'm the least boring person in the world, and I don't find you to be boring either. I mean, we're known for being really good fighters or whatever. They changed their mind, right. Like they changed their underwear. But I feel like I didn't really get to show my real personality because I was so concerned with like protecting myself, like overthinking it. Like, let me make sure I don't look crazy, or I'm definitely not about to get my ass beat on camera. I gotta be prepared at all times. Like, I almost got jumped, and I was thinking in my head, oh fuck, like this is really about to happen. Like, I was so concerned with protecting myself that I don't feel like I've, on any TV show, because I also did baddies, that I've ever truly shown like my real character.
I feel the same way. Even though I just only did Bad Girls Club, I felt like when I look back at it, that is one of my regrets. I'm like, I wish I could have been myself on the show, but I was an engineer before I got on the show. So I had just got laid off, and you know, the whole duration of the show, I was in the military. So my commander did not want me to go on the show. Like, when he signed off on my paperwork and stuff, he was like, I'm not with this. Like, I don't advise. I don't want you to do it. And I'm like, well, fuck you. I'm finna do it anyways. But in the back of my head, when I got on the show, I'm like, yo, I have to make sure, like, whatever they twist around or do to this, that I still look good. Like, you know, I still look, I don't know, good shit. And so I didn't get to be myself. And I just look back, like, if I did, I probably would have had so much more fun, but I probably would have been in so much more fights. Definitely. So much more fights.
Oh, 100%. Because I would have been way more social. My mouth would have been way more lethal. Or I just, you know, I probably would have been annoying people because I think everything's a joke, and it's not. That's the next subject I wanted to go into, the cost of being seen. Like, how was the emotional journey for you afterwards? Like, the comments, the opinions, the all of it. Because, like, obviously it's frustrating when, like, people will call me boring, and I'm like, bitch, boring. Nobody that knows me would say that.
Right.
But also, I personally am one of those people, like, I don't care what anybody thinks. Like, I got family members that don't really disagree with like 90% of the things I do. Right. So there's no way a person that I've never ever met in my life could affect my mood. It just, I don't know. I don't even have like an embarrassment kink.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you feel differently.
So I don't know how many people know this, but when I got off the show, I deleted my social media.
Really?
So that's why my account is so low, because I deleted my social media because I'm just like you. I really don't care what people think, but I was like, the only way that I could stop these comments and stuff from rolling in is if I just delete my page. So I deleted my page, and then when I had made another page, it was private for a while so that you couldn't leave any comments, and then I found the filter thing where you could just filter out words you didn't want to know. So like, you know, in my season, we were labeled as bullies. Like we had when the fight happened with the ghost twins that they talk about, like, yeah, we had anti-bully associations.
Were y'all part of that?
Yeah. I mean, they try to sue us. Like our paperwork is online because, you know, it didn't go through. But yeah, we were supposed to be sued and everything. But that was the producers, you know, pushing what they wanted us to do. And then they turned around on us and was like, you know, we don't condone bullying. We don't condone this and this. And I'm like, stop it, please.
Because y'all gave us all that stuff.
Y'all are the ones who made us do this stuff. Like, but, so when I put the filters on and stuff, like,
it got easier.
I didn't get no bad comments.
Girl, that's my favorite
It was
feature.
a breeze.
Like there was a moment on Instagram where like some weirdo guy was like trying to defame my character, never met him. And everybody's like, why are you so calm right now? I'm like, because I literally don't care. I don't know this person. And secondly, I'm filtering, like, there's certain words you just cannot say on my Instagram. I have my baby daddy's name filtered on my Instagram. Like, you can't put that name. So if you think that I'm going to allow you to sit here and try to ruin my day, you have another motherfucking thing coming. Like, it just really doesn't make sense to me how people really think that highly of themselves. Yeah. And not to make it sound rude, but, like, I don't think my opinion to a stranger matters. Like if I wake up and I say, ooh, I don't like Beyonce's hair today, there's no world that I think Beyonce gives
a fuck.
A damn. Like, she doesn't care.
Right.
So it's always like mind-boggling to me how much people think that their opinions matter. Now, the one thing that I had like a hard time getting into was like the lack of privacy. Like adjusting to leaving my house, and now people are like, oh my goodness, and I don't mind it, but the first few times it happened, I was like, oh shit, like I'm somebody,
people know me.
And like what was really weird was like, we're not rappers, we're not a Kardashian, we're not Beyonce, we're not famous on the level where we still don't have to live normal lives. But when I was living my normal life, I went back to work at a bar after, like I went right back to work. And people were walking into the bar surprised that I was bartending. I'm like, how much did y'all think that
life still goes on? We still got to pay our bills.
Like, so it's like we get put on this really huge scale, but we're also not like
up there like that.
Up there to where now we're like look so different, and we don't have to like, you know, see people or go to the grocery store on our own. Like we still had to do, or go to work. Like we still had to do normal things. Yeah. Until like, or even now after the show airs, we still gotta work.
We're working right now.
So it was like, that was the only part that was hard for me.
Yeah, I think that was hard for me too, because like, especially because I'm the type of person, like, I'm gonna look like a bum 99% of the time. Like, I'm coming out the house thinking like I just gotta run down the street to the store to do something. And that was the time that I will, still to this day, it just happened the other day, and it's always that moment. And it's just like you said, I didn't come off the show thinking like I was on a pedestal or I was, you know, this big wig. I'm back to normal life. I'm finally out of prison. That's what I felt like. And it's like, no, people know you, people look up to you, people love you, and you out here looking like you don't love yourself, girl. You gotta get it together.
I only look pretty like twice a month, I swear to God. But also, like, I feel like, because you know me, when I party, I be drunk. And I feel like I get caught drunk all the time. I'm like, fuck, this is so embarrassing. But like, am I supposed to not have fun and enjoy my life?
Right, because you still gotta live your life.
Somebody is watching me. Like, if I could do it in a private setting, sure. But like, we are not like, you know, at that level. It's just Bad Girls Club. And even though it is a, you know, a very well-known show, we ain't making
well-known money.
Yeah, I would say like with Zeus, I was making good money, but like that's just a little bit darker of it. That's even worse. Next level
comes with a price,
a heavy price to pay. Okay, so this is what we bonded over. I think our baby daddy thing was like a big deal for the both of us. It was really hard on the both of us. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they ever factored in when we were having those babies how much worse they were making things. I mean, they were on my ass. I'm getting cheated on. I'm pregnant. And I still got, I'm not going to lie, my hormones, and I normally don't do this because I just feel like when you respond to people, they love it. That's what they want.
That's what they want.
My hormones had me cursing everybody out. I was like, you know what? Today's the day. I'm home pregnant. He's gone somewhere. You about to get cursed out every day. I was arguing. Damn. Like, it was so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed by like that moment.
What you were doing at that moment. I feel like I'm trying to think back to like when I was pregnant, like if I just stayed off of social media. I think I did. Like, you know, for the first half of my pregnancy, I was off social media. And I feel like by the time I did post that I was pregnant, like, you know, everybody was just scrambling trying to figure out what happened. Like, you was fine today and now tomorrow you pregnant. Like, I'm confused at what's going on. So
they were really shocked.
Yeah, so I think like right after that, I kind of like when I was pregnant, I probably did stay off social media a lot because I was literally trying to protect my peace because I knew that my baby daddy was not my peace. So like I just had to do something to protect it. And I still get it to this day. Like what really affected me on the internet, and that's why I had started drawing back. Like everybody used to be like, I can't believe you bleach your skin. Like, I can't believe you're embarrassed to be a black woman. Like, why do you bleach your skin? And it's just like, when I got on the show, I had just came back from DR. I had a 10. Like,
they do know that like when we're younger, we're outside way more. I'm so much lighter than I was as a kid.
Yeah.
Because
you're not outside like that anymore. And I had literally just we went to DR in April. And then I got on the show in September. So, like, I was dark. I was dark. And then I moved to Chicago. It's cold. I'm light. So, like, that used to really bother me a lot because that was something that I was trying to fight and, like, be like, no, I really am not bleaching myself. But it's like, how do you prove that?
How do I explain? They don't want to hear it. And that's why I typically don't argue with them. I think it was more so the girls on my season. And they were like, you know, I don't like this bitch, but congratulations. Like, you can't say that. That's still fighting with. Or whenever a girl would come forth about something my son's dad was doing, they would go to the BGCT page. I love BGCT down, but they would go give them all the tea, and then would be this big thing on the pages. She's getting cheated on, and I'm like, have some compassion. Like, y'all do know, like, I wouldn't condone this if I was in my right state of mind. I'm not in my right state of mind. I'm going through it. And so at that moment, I realized, like, that fan base can be really toxic and can be really nasty. But I always had to remind myself, like, they're children.
Yeah, they're kids. That's what
There's a few adults in between that are still very idiotic and slow in that manner. But for the most part, they're children.
They're kids.
So I had to, like, really be like, you don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Until, I don't know about how your off-camera relationships were, but there came a point, like, where they would say things about my family, and I'm just, you can say whatever you want about me.
Right.
But once you start talking about my mama and my sisters and, like, whoever else.
Yeah.
Now, I had one of the girls, I don't know if you know Camilla, but she was, like, talking shit about Brooke, and I'm like, ooh, I want to slap your whole entire face off. And it's like, she called my son ugly. She said a few nasty things. That part I ignored because 6 is T. So it was just like, it was more so the girls. Like, y'all really have no backbones.
Yeah.
Y'all weren't raised right.
Yeah.
Y'all have really disgusting hearts and really disgusting souls at the source of it all. And y'all will let children put a battery in your back to attack innocent children. I'm not gonna call Brooke innocent because she would have rumbled in her the minute she would have saw her. But y'all let this thing go to y'all's head so much that you think that the things that are being said are okay, and you think that you won't eventually. And yeah, she did apologize. I do want to say that she actually did apologize. She's just an example that I'm giving. But it's some things you just can't apologize for. So I really think it was more so of the girls, like the grown women that I thought would be mature about certain situations and just shut up.
Yeah.
And when they started talking about my family, I'm like, are you okay? Because I will really, really go all the way there about them.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly, Seven, I feel like when I got off the show,
You just detach from it.
I disconnected.
And
If
that's probably the
anything
best
was
thing to
being
do.
said, I
Go on
I
ahead,
missed
okay.
it. Like when I got on the show, like I had told the producers, like I didn't think that I was gonna be able to do, I call it play fighting. You know how they say like you cannot mess up nobody's face because we have to do interviews and stuff. So like I was like, I'm not really sure if I could do that. And then I very much so expressed to them like,
When I fight, I just fight.
I will blank on you.
Yeah.
And as far as like the other girls talking and stuff like that, like I let them know like, hey, I don't want this to get too serious because when we get out this house, everything get real, you know? So like
to them all
yeah.
the time. Like to the point where the producers would pull me to the side like the messages you're saying are super threatening and we really, really like you and we don't want you to come across like this on camera. And I would be like, oh no, I should come across like this because I'm
serious
as a heart attack. Like it is gonna go further than it needs to go. There's certain things that if you do to me in this house,
you're gonna have repercussions. Yeah.
And that scared me less on BGC because I saw that they were performers and not really like that really early on. But Baddies, I think it scared me more. I'm like, oh, y'all is dumb enough to like really keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I'm gonna keep going jail. Like I can't do that. So I want to know: would you do a show like this again? Would you do Baddies?
Hell no. Absolutely not.
I mean, because it's the only show like this that exists right now.
Yeah, definitely not. And that's only because I've never seen an episode. I'm not a reality TV show watcher.
I say that all the time, and they don't understand. But I'm like, I like fictional stuff.
Yeah.
Not really like. Rah.
Yeah, but from what I have heard and know, and then of course like from you and Lauren and stuff like. All they do is fight. Like I have a child and I'm grown as hell. Like me getting on a show just to fight for no reason, that sounds like I'm just gonna go to jail for no reason. Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. So
because there's no beef, and that's what it was most stressful for me on BGC. Like I genuinely really didn't okay, I'm about to lie. I did dislike them, but like there wasn't like the dislike was like I just don't want to be around you.
That's what I said. Like mine was, I told everybody on my show, like I'm cool with everybody that's on the show because I was like the fights and shit. This was out of frustration.
Yeah.
If I wasn't in the house with y'all, this would have never happened.
I would. They would always say you think you better than anybody because I'd be like you don't exist in my normal world. Yeah. We don't go to the same places. Mm-hmm. We don't do the same things. Like I just have to look at you every day and you're annoying me. So
that's I'm like,
but with Baddies, I feel like they treat each other like the way they go at it is like they hate each other, and I'm like I have girls that I fought in my lifetime that I don't think about. Like I have, there's not one girl that I can think that I have any hate for. I don't think I have a hate for anybody. I don't hate my baby daddy, contrary to belief. Yeah. But like them on Baddies, I feel like they get in there like it's pure hatred. Yeah. Like the blackening of each other's eyes, knocking out teeth. Like,
yeah, it's insane.
At what cause?
Couldn't be apart.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so before we get into the viewer questions, I want them to know, like, what are you up to now?
So, I had to take a break from content creating. It was stressing me out.
She's really good at it, by the way. Her TikTok.
Thank you. It was stressing me out. So I went back to work. I can't tell y'all who I work for, but I went back to tech, and I love it. However, just this week, actually, I had thought about it. And when I prayed for the tech job that I have now, it was just to alleviate the stress of content creating. And I just told God, like, I just wanted to take a little bit of a break. I said 30 days to be exact. Yeah. I started my job on February 12th. Today is what? October something. So... So it really came to my fruition this last week that like I'm gonna get back to content creating. I'm going to switch what I'm doing, my niche, whatever y'all want to call it. And that's just really it. Honestly, just working and content creating, aka working.
It was really, really good. I mean, the edits, the
Thank you.
quality. she'll be like, you know what, I gotta leave the house today, so I might as well do my makeup so I can get some videos done. And I'm like, damn, if I did that, I would be rolling on the content ball. But I really just, it doesn't really cross my mind, to be honest. I need to start setting alarms.
We need to just start setting content days.
Yes,
like we said that months ago, but we're gonna get there.
We suck. So let's get into the viewer questions, because we did ask you guys on Instagram what you wanted to know. And I thought that this first question was really good, since we're both mamas, and they asked, how would we feel about our kids wanting to do the same show?
You want me to go first since I got a girl?
You got a daughter.
Yes, I have a daughter. I would feel like if she wanted to do it, I would let her do it, because I'm all about letting humans have their own experiences. But I would tell her, just like I tell any other young girl that aspires to be on the show at the time that I did it, like, all money ain't good money. All exposure is not good exposure. Contrary to popular belief, it's not what it is. And you have to understand that in addition to people's opinions, like, these producers will make you look however it is that they want you to look. So you got to be careful. Like, you got to be careful and protect your character. You're the only person who can protect it. So if you want to do it, girl, do it. But good luck.
Good luck. I agree pretty much with everything Amber said. I have a boy, so I am very, like, I don't like watching men fight. I think it's just way too barbaric. It's way too brutal. I would never want to see him doing that. Would I let him do it? I would obviously, like you said, I'd let him do whatever it is he wants to do. I'm just going to warn him. To me, it wasn't, I mean, it did great for me. I'm grateful for the experience, but I think we had pretty good experiences as far as, like, the way we were viewed to the world. Mm-hmm. And it takes a really strong personality we were being so mindful.
Yeah, that's what I was about. Yeah.
And a lot of people, like, obviously I would want our kids to be able to be like that, but, like, with one mistake and then it's just all spiraling.
Right.
So no, I wouldn't want him to do a show like that, but also I would want to create, like, I want everything that I'm doing now, and you can probably agree, to make him not even need to do anything like that. You know? Like, I went on the show because, my mom couldn't send me and my sister to college at the same time. So I was like, cool, let her go to college. I got something else to do.
Yeah.
And I went on TV. So it just was like, I think that the environment I create for him, I want him to be pretty, like, I got so much other things to do.
Yeah, I don't need to do that. My mother did that already.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a really good question. Did our upbringing prepare us for this show?
Oh,
that was good, right? I was like, damn, they stopped with that one.
So I would say, and I feel like you can relate to, like, our upbringing prepared for the show in reference to, like, how we dealt with the girls in the fighting situation. Like, literally. I don't care how many times y'all say I was scared of. Y'all could pick a name out the hat and say it.
They kill me with that. They be like, scared. I'm like, bitch.
And the reality of the fact is, like, if everybody wants to be truthful about it, like, there's stuff that y'all don't see, right? And the girls, ask the girls why everybody was cool with me, like, because I wasn't scared of anybody. I don't care how them fights looked again, I've never seen them, but I really do feel like my upbringing in that sense prepared me for the show. Like, it prepared me to, you can say whatever you want to say, as long as you don't put your hands on me, we cool, because I'm not even really paying attention to you. But as far as, like, the cameras everywhere, I don't think anything could have prepared me for that.
Same.
I really do think that made my anxiety 10 times worse. I felt like I was in prison. Like,
they called it Princess.
It was terrible. There's nothing that could have prepared me for that, what I was walking into. So, but yeah. That's how I feel.
So I pretty much agree. Like, I think me growing up fighting and just being in the environments, like, I was raised by really strong women who are not, I don't feel like they're messy women. We're just very, like, what you give is what you'll get back. That was another thing I agree with. Like, she's scared. Like, my environment, I'm not scared of a man. I'm not scared of a dog, a cat, a nothing. If you disrespect me, we gonna get to it. And it's just very simple for me. I think because I wasn't raised in a super messy, like, I didn't, high school did show me like girls are very, very drama, but that experience really showed me like, oh, there, and it never stops.
Right.
Because I thought, okay, I'll get through high school. I was not liked in high school. I really didn't care about it. Not because in my mind I was like, okay, after high school, like
4 years
I
and I'm
won't
done.
see y'all. I don't gotta see y'all again, and my life will go on. But when I saw that it still existed in adult women, I'm like,
this don't stop.
This don't stop. So I definitely, all the fighting I did in school or my neighborhood or wherever I was,
prepared you.
Go.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, I'm not even, there was no fight where I was like concerned. I don't really go into fights concerned. I'm just like, okay, don't crash out too hard.
Yeah.
So where you go to jail.
Yeah.
I'm more so thinking that, like, so when they're always like, oh, they were doing that on TikTok, like she's just scared of the girls on baddies. And no, I'm scared for them.
Yeah.
Because like we talked about, like there's certain things you do to me you're gonna have to answer for outside of the cameras. Yeah. And it's just not gonna be a good time.
At all.
Okay. The last question from the viewers are, was there certain moments that was hard to watch? And Amber didn't watch her season, so she don't know. The only moment I could say was really hard for me to watch is there was a moment where I was like crying and I was really frustrated. I don't like watching myself cry. It makes me emotional. So I was really emotional watching myself in general because I could tell just how down I was in that, like, just not seeing myself be my normal self or seeing myself crying because I really, really wanted to fight and they wouldn't just let us get it over with and going about our days. Or when they almost or tried to, whatever they called that version of like trying to get a jump in. Afterwards, I was just so frustrated because I'm just like, oh, I have to go sleep next to these girls later. And if they'll try to jump me, they're going to come punch me in my face while I'm asleep, because that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I should just go punch this bitch right here. I was just sleeping. But I was hoping that, like, it just was really frustrating for me because I could tell how sad I was there. I could tell how much I missed my family, or the moments where they, like, aired my calls and I was crying with my mom on the phone. I was really sad there. I was so depressed.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, it was a very just depressing.
I'm glad none of my phone calls got, well, I don't know what's been put on TV, but... Yeah, I used to cry on the phone with my mom. My mom just used to be like, girl, suck it up. I'd be like, okay,
like,
girl.
Punch everybody, come home. Hit everybody with the skateboard. They up taking the skateboard because they were like, well, your mom keeps making these threats and we don't know if they're serious.
Don't know if you're going to do it.
Yeah, like, she's serious. Am I going to do it? Probably not. Probably.
I feel like the only moment, what was the question?
What was a hard watch?
I feel like if it was gonna, I've only seen still photos of it, and I don't think they aired it on TV. We had a really, really big fight. Like one of our last fights, it was huge. Like I'm talking about, we knocked cameras down. It was huge. It was with everybody, the entire house. Like it was bad. Like you could tell that everybody was at the end of their wits.
You were throwing down on your season though. I watched your season. You were fighting down.
I don't think they aired this fight.
I didn't see you get beat up.
I don't think they was able to air this fight because, like I said, we knocked those cameras down. The big cameras,
they were on the floor.
Anybody got it that night. If you was breathing, you got hit that night. Cameramen, producers, everybody. It was bad. But I did see a still shot from that. And I haven't seen it on Google in a long time. But like I prayed that like I could just get that shit wiped off the internet and never, because if you look at the picture, you could tell that I was having an outer body experience. Like you could tell that like
you weren't there.
I lost my mind.
Yeah.
At that point. Yeah, and I don't ever want to have to watch that because I remember vividly, and I'm just like, yo, that was horrible. Like to be on national television like that.
Out.
Yeah,
because when you get that mad, like I do that, I have no control. Like whatever happens, just happens. You have to tell me what I did later.
Yeah,
yeah.
But,
so all in all, we are so grateful for the experience. Yes. I mean, it was interesting nonetheless. We both made a whole life out of it, and we can only be grateful. If you want to do something like that, the best advice I could give you is to just try to stay as true to yourself as possible. They will replace you with another set of girls faster than you can blink, and you don't want to do anything that will ruin your character for the rest of your life. I mean, there's some girls who acted so outlandish on that show that they have hard times landing jobs. People don't want to deal with them. They don't want them in. I mean, even like the rooms that I've been in, when they hear that I was on Bad Girls Club, they have such a negative like thought process behind it. And then they meet me and they'll be like, oh, you're one of the ones with some common sense. So I would just be careful as far as that goes. Like, of course, the exposure is nice, but that 1 year or 2 years where you're the focal point and then the next girl comes to replace you and becomes the focal point is not going to help. That money's not going to stay.
It's not going to stay.
40 years of your life. So
just be smart. Be smart.
Yeah.
With your decision making.
Absolutely. So that's it for this episode of Hard Talk Soft Heart. I'm so glad we finally got to do an episode together.
Yes.
This is just the beginning of our episodes together because we have a really, really good one. But I think that one's going to get a little stickier. So just
might not be as much smiles.
No, not as much smiles. I think we needed a lighter hearted episode because the other ones have been very serious. So I just wanted y'all to see that. We'll switch the dynamic up and we'll do some lighthearted things. We're healing and we're talking about everything, even the fun stuff. Until next time.